Joint Anti-Gang Task Force nabbed 2 suspected gang leaders. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, says 2 influential violence producers were nabbed by the Joint Anti-Gang Task Force during a major operation in the Jarrett Lane area off Mountain View Avenue on Wednesday. The 2 were among a group of 25 men who were detained by the security forces. One of the 2 violence producers, who were the primary targets of the operation, has been identified as Richard Higgins, otherwise called Bob. Higgins was listed as wanted on the National Wanted Persons list. The other man is considered a person of interest in relation to several crimes in the area. The JCF says the Joint Anti-Gang Task Force descended on the area of operation about 4 a.m., where the 2 violence producers and 23 other men were taken into custody. The security forces are encouraging citizens to partner with the police by reporting illegal activities in their communities, as well as telling the police where the guns and gunmen are. Persons should call Crime Stop at 311 or the JCF tip line at 811 to give information.
Major gun find in Kingston. Cops name woman as person of interest. The Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, CTOC, yesterday made another dent in the shipment of illegal firearms after 21 guns including 3 rifles were seized at a warehouse inside the one-stop customs clearance center in Kingston. Late yesterday evening, CTOC listed Jadian Edwards of 3 East Greater Portmore in St. Catherine, American Samoa, a person of interest in the gun find. The police believe that the woman may be of assistance in their investigation and as such have asked Edwards to turn herself in to the police by noon today. The cache reportedly comprised of 18 pistols, 3 rifles, and an assortment of more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition. The near 4-hour operation ended approximately 4 p.m. and the gleaner saw scene of crime personnel in a convoy of police service vehicles exiting the premises located on Industrial Terrace in Kingston. The guns were reportedly found in 2 barrels shipped from Florida for an intended address in Clarendon. Prime Minister Andrew Holness said recently that the Jamaica Customs Agency, JCA, was formally brought into the Get Every Illegal Gun campaign, to strengthen the efforts against the illicit importation of guns through the country's ports. We are going to ensure that no illegal guns come through our legal ports. It is now time that we get tough on the internal collaborators and facilitators who are allowing illegal guns to come into our country. They get rich from it, while the poor people in the country die from it, Holness said at the groundbreaking ceremony for a new Stony Hill police station in St. Andrew last week. The one-stop customs clearance center is usually busy, especially during the festive period. However, activities yesterday afternoon was reduced to a crawl and not much was happening. An employee at the establishment told the Gleaner that business has been slow. A driver who is often at the location soliciting business to transport barrels said he was on hand when news broke of the find. He told Jamaica First Country First, "Me nah know what do dem man ya ina. Dem just a mash up the country with de gun ting. Things like dat only slow up work. All today, yesterday, a just little work gwan, nothing much," he said on condition of anonymity. Yesterday's seizure is the second gun bust since the start of the week. On Monday 2 persons were arrested following an operation at a warehouse on Sea Grape Way in Montego Bay, St. James. 7 firearms, including 2 rifles and a submachine gun, were seized in that incident. It is reported that about 2:30 p.m., a joint team consisting of members of the contraband enforcement team and the police were making checks at the facility. The guns were discovered during an inspection of electronic items. Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson during a press conference at his office on Tuesday said 163 weapons were seized since the start of the year, an overall 37% increase when compared to the similar period in 2021. According to the Commissioner, there has been a more than 100% increase in the total number of rifles seized this year. The police are also reporting a 26% increase in the number of pistols seized since January. The police say that organized criminals are purchasing these high-powered weapons so that they can terrorize communities, particularly the poorer and more vulnerable areas. Let me make it clear that the high-powered rifles that we have seized are not cheap. They are not tools of economic development or productivity. They are high-value weapons normally associated with warfare rather than crime, added Anderson.